Hello again, everybody. High above the field at Derryfield Park. It's a beautiful Saturday afternoon for high school football. It's Trinity versus St. Thomas Aquinas here at Derryfield Park. Alongside my dad, Daryl Johnston, and Coach Tom Bezoin, I'm Zach Johnston. It's a pleasure to be here again on Channel 16. 3-1 Pioneers, 4-1 Saints coming into the Queen City to battle on this Saturday afternoon. Coach Tom Bezoin, Manchester City football, Central, Memorial West, including Trinity, have been on the up. What do you think is the cause of that?
I think, just the word out, and once you start winning a couple games, kids want to play, and the coaches have done, not enough credit goes to the coaching staffs. They did a great job recruiting players within the schools, and the up-and-coming athletes coming up from these middle schools, they're at a high level, and that's what's going on over at West through Parkside. Here up at Trinity, it's a little bit different. Memorial, obviously, having a strong season, only losing last night by 3, but we'll talk about that later. But, it's great to see, especially for someone like me,
On the St. Thomas side, Daryl Johnston, what are we looking at with this St. Thomas Aquinas team?
Yeah, St. Thomas Aquinas Saints, this is a powerful offensive program. Coach Scott Bray brings what he calls a pro-style, no-huddle, quick-tempo type of offense. So you're going to see a lot of points. They regularly are scoring 40 points a game. They like to put pressure on the defense, test their conditioning, test their substitutions and communication. So it's going to be a lot of pressure on the Pioneers today, but we'll be interested to see how exactly they try to counter that. You might see a lot of base defenses, not a lot of exotic changes, but we'll see how they approach it early. It's going to be a great matchup.
Two of the top 2 teams in Division II are going to get underway very shortly. Stick around here on Channel 16. We'll be right back. Trinity versus St. Thomas Aquinas right here. Hold that there.
Don't drop that on it. I got gaffer's tape right there. Oh, you got some. Oh, yeah.
I didn't know that one was
Does Kyle then cut to you guys during the game at all?
No. That's the only time where I'm here. Okay. Or, that's usually by my request. I'm usually
okay. If you want, we can do a recap at the end.
Yeah, that's normally what we do too.
Or maybe in between quarters or whatever you want to do. I'm down to make cool shots. So.
All right. I love that. The really old people you get they show up 5 minutes before the game starts.
I'm still getting the starting lineup, and it's the middle of the first quarter. Who's this guy?
Well, that's good to know. At least I can fuck up a little bit more than I have to.
St. Thomas has
Community TV.
won the toss. They've elected to receive.
Yeah, I know.
They will defend the east goal. Trinity will kick and defend the west goal.
There we go. That's much better.
Perfect.
Well,
It's close enough.
all right, it's time for football. The Pioneers will kick away to St. Thomas Aquinas and get this game underway. Once again, alongside Coach Tom Bezoin and Daryl Johnston, I'm Zach Johnston. Pleasure to be back here on Channel 16 and get Division II NHIAA football underway here on Manchester Public Television. It'll be the kicker, Connor Bishop, on his senior day, getting it going. And the game is on with a line drive kick. A bounce that will be fielded at about the 10-yard line. Up and around and tackled is number 7 for St. Thomas, Kenny Avery, their senior running back. And both teams starting offenses and defenses will take the field.
Yeah, and you'll see St. Thomas coming out in a spread situation, like Darryl said earlier. They had moved to the UNH type offense, a Chip Kelly, for a few years now, and they'll move the ball through the air mostly, I think. I haven't seen much of them, though.
Sophomore quarterback Anthony Semprini is under center. And first snap from scrimmage. Handoff, cutting up the middle. A run down tackle made by Malith Malith. And that'll be Kenny Avery, their workhorse back. We'll see a lot of him.
Malith on the tackle.
Yeah, and that's more of a 21 set. That's different than they used to run when we played them back in the day. So, yeah, he's under center, and you got a fullback in play, which you don't see a lot of these days.
2nd and 1, Semprini under center again. Kenny Avery is the back with a fullback in there as well. They'll hand it off to Avery. He bounces out to the left. Breaks a tackle and picks up the first down. And the chains will move for the Saints as they get close toward midfield.
Yeah, and it looks like he is their workhorse. And, that's just coming straight at you. So Trinity's got to make some adjustments early here.
How will the Pioneers fare against this workhorse back in Kenny Avery? Just one safety out there for Trinity. They got about 8 guys down toward the line of scrimmage.
Same formation as the first play. I wonder if they might go play action here.
Maybe, yeah.
1st and 10 from exactly the 40-yard line. With the fullback in motion, Semprini takes the snap. They'll run it with Kenny again toward the right side and quickly wrapped up by Connor Bishop and company.
Yeah, and that's just a kick-out block by the fullback. So that side motion, this is the typical 21 play. Like Darryl said, it's pro set. I should have listened to him because I thought it was spread like they used to run. But this is the stuff that I ran this for years and years. So that's just a little kick-out play. It's called Georgia.
44, the fullback, is Brandon Scrawan. He is back there as the fullback. They're running a very similar formation. 2nd and 6.
No safety.
9 guys in the box. It's a toss to Avery. And Avery gets wrapped up from behind, and that's the change they needed.
Big stop.
Yeah, and that's good contain there, but that's a defensive end. So if you can contain like that, you're good.
James Leonard with a nice wrap-up tackle, setting up 3rd down. Maybe we'll see the first pass here, although they've been running the ball very, very well so far. Is this 4-down territory, you think?
I don't know. What do you think, Darryl?
I mean,
you're on the road, so.
I think it's going to depend on what you do on 3rd. You get 4th and 1, 4th and 2, sure. But if you're 4th and 6, no.
Yeah.
3rd and 6 after a great tackle by James Leonard to stop Kenny Avery. Semprini back to pass.
There it is.
Slinging it out right side. It's Kenny Avery in the passing game now. Wrapped up, and he's going to be short.
Big rally.
And that was Connor Bishop again, taking down Kenny Avery.
Yeah, nice job there. And, that's just an outside run, really. So it's just a design swing pass. Really, it's like a toss or a pitch, so you have to contain the same way. And with no gain, I got to guess they're going to punt. Huh?
Special teams coming out. Coach Scott Bray deciding to punt it. And it will be Davey DiRepo back to return for the Pioneers.
It's a great start for Trinity. St. Thomas Aquinas does not have a lot of empty possessions, so to start out like this is a good sign.
Lincoln Hydock, the junior punter, will kick this away, starting at about the 31-yard line. A drive filled with some good runs from Avery, but only 1 first down, and they'll punt it to DiRepo. Receives the ball at about the 30, cuts up towards the 40, breaks the tackle, gets across midfield, and David DiRepo down the far sideline, cutting up the middle. He is going to go. He's got 1 guy behind him, and it's a senior day punt return touchdown. Davey DiRepo.
Wow, man. And, that's what I always say to the punters. You kick a line drive to their best player, and that was a perfect return and a perfect setup. Great job by everybody on Trinity there. They set up a nice little wall, and Davey took advantage, and that's what we've seen from him in a couple of games that we've seen him. He's a dynamic player.
Yeah, he's fast, he's quick, very smart, makes good decisions. He's done that his whole football career. We've watched him many years, and that's just how Davey DiRepo is. So not a surprise and a great start here for Trinity.
Bishop, who he's their kicker, he's their linebacker, he's their corner, and he's a receiver. He's got a chance to add on to his day with an extra point here. Bad snap. Service is going to roll out and look to throw. He's got 3 Saints in front of him. End zone. It's dropped. Wow. Well,
Yeah.
Mason Fay, the freshman tight end who is on for the field goal protection unit after the botched snap, almost caught that for what would have been a crazy turn of events. Nonetheless, Trinity, no snaps on offense. They got a 6-0 lead with a special teams touchdown. That's how you win games.
Yeah.
Yep. All
Right,
three
right.
phases. That's big.
No doubt. And, yeah, he's upset with himself for dropping that one. But, on a play like that, you're on special teams, and you're not really expecting, to run a route. They do have a fire call, and you do work on that. But, he wasn't quite ready for that. But a great job by Service to get it off.
Yeah.
Huh? I mean, that just shows his
It reminded me
ability.
of Tony Romo
Yeah.
when he botched the extra point. Oh, snap. He tried to run it in and then wasn't even close. Service did the right thing by trying to throw it, and he found the open guy.
He dragged the play out so that he could, and he found the guy in the back, so it was very good awareness.
Obviously, the quarterback, typically the punter will be the holder in typical football,
Yeah.
but, here they got their quarterback doing it, and it showed right there.
Right, and the freshman tight end on a kick team isn't thinking about getting the ball
Right.
this morning. So.
No, the only way he was touching is when he was shagging the field goals
exactly.
earlier.
A little bit higher of a kick from Bishop. That results in a touchback. No return there from Kenny Avery, and the Saints will take over at the 25-yard line. No snaps again on offense for Trinity, and they're the first team to score on a punt return touchdown from senior punt returner Davey DeRepo.
And they've got multiple players that are talented at a lot of things. And what people don't realize in high school football, how dangerous and how good it is to have a kicker that can kick the ball into the end zone. I mean, it gives them the ball in the 20.
20,
it
not
gives
25,
everybody a rest, right? Because you don't have to sprint down there. It's just a weapon,
Shotgun snap looking like formation here. Everyone's set on the line for St. Thomas.
Yeah, it looks like they're going from the sideline, so they may not huddle this series.
Service is sort of swinging as the safety down toward the 30. It's a shotgun snap for Semprini with Avery towards his left. He's back to pass. It's a design quarterback keeper.
Nothing.
And he gets wrapped up.
Yeah,
That's
little
nice
draw play there.
Tackle by Jensel Mateo, and that'll set up second down. They do get a solid pickup. Maybe try to throw him off guard. We won't run it with our workhorse here on first down.
Yeah, they pulled the fullback out, added the receiver, so.
Yeah, it's interesting that they came out last time in the 21 with the fullback, and, first two plays, they went for 8 yards each, and then they kind of abandoned that a little bit. They tried to go to the toss, and then, then they're in a third and long situation.
Same formation, Semprini on second down. Looking to throw over the middle, the pass. Incomplete, influenced breakup there by Ollie Service.
And it goes back to, where your strengths are, and Trinity's strengths are with their DBs and linebacker core. So, that's why, I would have looked to run this coming out, especially on the 20. You're coming out spread out. I don't know.
Yeah, it feels like you're playing right into Trinity's hands here.
You don't want to punt it to Davey again, but you might have to. It's 3rd and 6. They can't pick this up. Trinity will get the ball back. Huge third down here for St. Thomas, trying to move the chains. Semprini looking towards his left. Goes towards his left. Intercepted! On 3rd down, he throws a pick, and Trinity gets the takeaway.
Yeah, we just, it's almost like we know what we're talking about, huh? so yeah, I mean, that was double coverage, and they're just playing zone right there at that point.
Tate Zubuza taking that away for
Nice
the
job.
Pioneers, and Ollie Service and Trinity will take over on the 18-yard line of St. Thomas territory.
Yeah, that's going to be a short drive.
Yeah, the quarterback locked into one receiver, and he just that's where he went with it. And it wasn't there, especially being in the zone.
1st and 10 from the 18-yard line.
Coming out in the T.
In the T, the traditional Trinity offense. Service under center. First play is a handoff to Dom DeTone, and he is thrown down quickly for not a lot of gain. We'll see what they give him, just about a yard.
And DeTone is not your, 40-yard sprinter type guy.
No.
He's a guy that wants to run over you. So they usually do this when they're a little closer into the red zone. But, they're coming right out in here. So they must have seen something that they can run the ball against St. Thomas.
Back in the T. They also have J.P. Farron back there. Service throwing to nobody in the end zone, and that'll bring up 3rd down. He rolled out, and the pressure was made there by St. Thomas. You could really see it. Garrett Dorr got in there to influence the incompletion. It's going to be 3rd and long. This is still field goal range for Connor Bishop.
Yeah.
So even if they don't get anything out of this drive, it's very likely that that turnover will still result in points.
That's interesting. In the T, their fullback has a lineman number on.
Right.
So that's okay in a run, but like in a passing situation, like he couldn't go out in a route right there.
Right.
Because of the 60s number. So, you can pretty much not pay attention to him if you're St. Thomas in a passing situation. Now they're going back to spread. So.
3rd and 9, they spread out. Only Ditone is in the backfield. They got DeRepo lined up on the left side. He'll take a motion. Looks like man coverage. They give it to DeRepo on a sweep, and it's thrown down by Garrett Dorr. He does it again. What will the call be here from Cathcart and the Pioneers? Will they try to kick a field goal?
Boy, that's a boot. I mean, where are we sitting?
About the 28.
I think it's no man's land.
They got backed up there. They might try to.
28.
It's a 40-yard field goal. I mean,
this doesn't look like a field goal attempt. They're going for 4th and 15 from the 23-yard line. Wow. This is gutsy from Coach Cathcart. We'll see if this will pay off. And if not, it's like a punt. They'll get it at about the 20.
Middle
Service.
of the field be open here?
Back to pass. Over the middle. Through the hands
Oh,
of Connor Bishop. And that'll be a turnover on downs. They'll set up at the 23.
Yeah, that's a catchable ball for Connor. I mean, that was in his hands. So, pretty good play call there. But, if you're going to – if you're deciding yourself you're in no man's land and you're going to go for it on 4th, then maybe that 3rd down play is a little questionable with the jet sweep, because
right, you want to pick up 6-7 yards.
Yeah, even if you can run the ball, but a jet sweep is all or not.
Yeah,
it's not a play you call on 3rd and long.
Samprini under center again. This is almost definitely going to Avery after they didn't pick up a first down last drive. They'll give it to him on the left on a stretch play, and he's going to nearly broke through there.
Yeah.
A nice wrap-up tackle for Trinity to limit the damage, and that was number 63, Easton Valier, on that tackle.
Yeah, and that's a counter play. You saw him fake one way and go the other way. These plays are very familiar with me. It's taking me back in time.
It's old school.
Yeah, I mean, we ran this all at Campbell in all the years I was there.
2nd down and 2 after the 8-yard gain. It's back to their workhorse, and Avery
this is
has the first down.
I like this approach much better from St. Thomas Aquinas.
Yeah.
Now you're in 3rd and short. Actually, they might have even got the first.
Yeah, they got the
first.
first.
They're moving it.
That's a first down.
Yeah, stay away from the other team's strength, right? And if their strength is your DBs, then make them tackle you. So we'll see.
1st and 10 now from the 35. Samprini on the give to the fullback. No gain there from Scrawn. They might have got a couple.
In this offense, you got to give it to the fullback once in a while, though, because make the other team be honest, and you're looking for 1 or 2 or 3 yards there. That's it, and now they may run a counter play off of it now.
They actually picked up like 3 or 4 yards on that.
Yeah, he leaned forward. Yeah.
Scoreboard says 2nd and 8. This is more like 2nd and 7 or 6. Samprini fakes it one way, goes back to Avery, and Avery gets hit and breaks the tackle and falls forward for a first down.
Yeah, just the way he runs, if you don't make that initial tackle, he's going to fall forward for 2 more, 3 more yards. So they had him wrapped up for a 2-yard gain. It ends up being a 5-yard gain.
Yeah, and that far down the field, and you got your defensive tackle, guard side, making the tackle. That's not a good sign if you're Trinity's front. So, yeah, this is that was a counter. So they ran dive and then counter. So they're gonna maybe try to keep it between the tackles.
Less than 5 minutes left in the first quarter. It's 6-0 Trinity. On the 45 is St. Thomas. They'll hand it to Avery, cutting up the middle and pounding forward for another 5-yard pickup. This is what you get out of a workhorse back, is somebody who, once you get hit, you pick up an extra 2 yards, and that's why they'll run with him all the time.
You break that first tackle, and that's what he's doing.
If you're looking at St. Thomas's sideline over there, man, they don't have a lot of players, do they?
No, it's a short bench. It really is.
You can just tell by looking at their roster sheet. It stays on one page. So you don't typically get that in high school football. I'm used to sorting through pages.
It's a small school. I think they only have like 350 kids total. So
right.
Samprini from under center. Is this going to Avery? We'll find out. Fakes it to the fullback. It goes back to James Avery, and he'll stumble forward for a couple yards, still picking up positive yardage, and going to set up a 3rd and 3.
Yeah, and that's just little counter plays that they're just, going one side to the other side. So go into the strength, run to the strength, and then Now they're bringing in a couple of, so they might go shotgun here on 3rd and 3. Taking the fullback out.
3rd and 3 from the 47. On 3rd down last drive, it resulted in an interception. And we'll see if the Pioneers can force another 3rd down takeaway. Shotgun snap coming for the quarterback, Semprini. Avery is to his right. This may go right to him. Oh, it's a bad snap! It gets away from Semprini. He falls on it. Disaster on 3rd down both times for St. Thomas. They throw a pick, and the next time they botch the snap, and they're going to have to punt from much farther than they would have had they not have shot the snap over the quarterback's head.
Well, and that's what you get when you're going from under center to shotgun, under center to shotgun. Sometimes that was the speed of the snap there.
Yeah.
It's kind of too quick. And yeah, and keep it away from Terepo here if you're St. Thomas.
Oh, yeah, this is right around the same area where they punted last time. It's actually a little deeper. They got to punt this out of bounds. No, you can't punt this to them.
No, you got to angle it.
The punt coming from Hydock.
Right to him.
They're punting to Derepo. Will he make him pay again? Cutting to the left, and Derepo's got room. Watch out, there he goes. Davey Derepo, the day of his life. 2 for 2 on punt returns. Unbelievable.
How do you punt it right back to him in the middle of the field?
Oh, my God. And it's like, it's the most frustrating thing as a coach. But, sometimes the kid isn't trying to.
Yeah.
And I'm sure after that first return, if St. Thomas has a special team coach or the head coach, told the kid,
the
hey,
coaches,
listen, from now on, kicking on an angle, nice job, but kicking on an angle, huh, And, sometimes you might try that, but if you're a high school punter, you're the quarterback on that team. They're the quarterback, safety, punter, kicker. It's all one kid. So, you don't practice angle punting as much as you really should, right? I don't know, man.
Yeah,
2 for 2 in the game.
His coach was right on him, too, pointing where he wanted him to kick that. So they clearly had the instruction in, but just couldn't execute.
How about that? Well, they're going to go for 2 after failing to kick the extra point in the last drive. It's a fake from service.
There it is.
Rolling to his right. Lobbing one up. No, incomplete. Out of bounds.
Oh, I don't know. All right.
That will be.
Replay? You want to replay? Red flag, red flag. No, I mean, you guys think that's chasing points too early here? I mean, we're in the first quarter.
Yeah.
12-0. They got a kicker that is automatic.
Right.
I mean, so, I put the point up there. I don't go for 2 this early in the game. Teams are tempted to do that. I don't know, the analytics stuff or whatever. But, you got to go by feel as well.
Yeah, I kind of always think you just go for 2 when you need to, and otherwise you
look, and maybe something has to do with that snap.
Yeah.
That first time,
There's something in there you don't know, right?
The snap on the first extra point bounced in there, and they had to throw it up. So maybe, their second string long snapper is in there today. I don't know.
Yeah,
that's
true.
They'll kick it back to St. Thomas for their 3rd time with the football. They have yet to cross midfield after their first drive had some hope to it and resulted in what was the punt that scored a touchdown.
These special teams are impressive today. It's exciting to watch, but I can't imagine the next punt that St. Thomas Aquinas is anything close to Davey Derepo.
I would be standing on the sideline screaming and pointing. Punt it right here.
Yeah. Or we'll just go for it on 4th and 30. I don't care.
Bishop put some air under that one. It will be returned by Braden Sanchez. Sanchez makes some men miss. Falls forward. A flag flies in. He's down at about the 33-yard line. We'll see what the flag is. This could be coming back.
I think it's a block in the back.
Yeah, that was
holding on the return team. We'll take him back about 10 yards.
Oh, man. Their field position hasn't been great. I mean, they had it at the 20 last time. Now they're at coming out and getting a couple of first downs with, old school running a football, and then they're kind of getting away from it.
Now you're at an instance where you're down by 2 scores.
Right.
Can you keep running the ball over and over again?
You can this early, but
this is still the first quarter. True, we got about 2.5 minutes left to go. Exactly 2.5 minutes left to go here in quarter number 1.
Now, last drive it was 3rd and 3, and they brought in their 3rd down personnel.
Yep.
They've been getting 3-4 yards on a carry, even on a fullback dive. So, guys get away from the run too easily sometimes.
It's Garan and Avery in the backfield again. Looking left side on the throw. The pass is hauled in on a bubble screen that was nearly dropped by Evan Reyes. He completes the reception, but only picks up about 2 yards on the bubble screen.
Yeah, he didn't have the almost Zach, the other way. Bubble screen's the other way.
Other way.
That's a jailbreak.
Jailbreak.
Yeah.
Second down.
Yeah. But he didn't have the blockers out there.
Bubble screen is the other way.
So.
Normally, you probably might need some blockers, huh? Second down for Semprini and the St. Thomas Aquinas Saints looking for their first offensive drive to result in anything across the 50-yard line. Avery breaking some tackles, falling forward, getting towards the line to gain, and a first down.
That's what they need.
I like to have that kid.
Yeah.
Goodness, he's an old school. You know, he keeps his legs moving. I don't know, he doesn't look like the fastest kid in the world, but he's hitting the hole.
Yeah.
One of these times, you know, he's going to break it.
Mateo on the tackle.
But stick with it if you're St. Thomas. You know, don't get away from it because.
Yeah, and if you can suck the safety up, you're going to get a chance at play action underneath behind it. So it's the only thing that's working for them right now.
Minute and a half left in quarter number one. They'll run it with Avery. Quickly stopped there. Wrapped up by Dylan Gartside and company.
That's the big thing is that the front four needs to be able to stop him because once he gets through that first line, then it's 5 yards.
Right, or at least take up a player. So, you know, one guy take up one guy, and that frees up the backers to flow into the hole. But I haven't seen the backers make many tackles yet. It's either been the DBs or – but St. Thomas is running out of the spread now, so it's a little bit different, right? So you're still in a 21 set here, but you're in shotgun.
2nd and 7, flag flies. Thrown over the middle, and the pass is caught by Sanchez, and he'll pick up a first down. This may be coming back. He'll get down toward the 45-yard line.
Yeah, this guy's going to call, you know, the receiver wasn't on the line of scrimmage, so they didn't have enough. Yeah. And sometimes, you know, especially when you're in a pro set. So if you're in a pro set, the tight end side guy is off the line, and the weak side guy is on the line. So the referee has to either give you the foot, this is the line of scrimmage, right, or indicate it with his arm, up or down. I didn't see that there.
Yeah.
So I don't know if they changed that in the last couple of years since I've been gone, if they're just not verbalizing it to them. Because usually you say, am I on the line, you put your hand up, you know. Yeah, there we go. That's what they're doing. Okay.
What is now 2nd and 12 with the first quarter winding down. They'll fake it. No, they won't. Avery's got it, and he breaks a tackle down towards the 35-yard line, and that will do it for quarter number one. It's the Davey DeRepo show here at Derryfield Park after the first quarter. 12-0 Trinity, all 6 points coming from their senior punt returner on their senior day. How poetic is that?
Wow, that's crazy. I mean, you know, it's only the first quarter, too. He can do more damage.
Trinity with a nice start. Second quarter will begin. St. Thomas will have the ball. We'll take a very brief break and come right back here on Channel 16 for the start of the second quarter. St. Thomas takes over to start the second quarter. They have the ball. They're down by 12. Trinity leads 12-0. I'm Zach Johnston alongside Coach Tom Bezoin and Daryl Johnston here from Derryfield Park. Beautiful Saturday afternoon for some Division II NHIAA football. St. Thomas Aquinas Saints have the ball. It's a handoff to their workhorse, James Avery. Stumbling up the field, Dom DeTone will take him down. And I believe on 3rd and 4, they'll pick up the first down. Yes, they will give him the first down.
Yep. And that was a different set, so you had 2 tight ends there. And it's a 12 set, so one back, 2 tight ends. And, you know, they're just running right at them. And their offensive line is doing a nice job up front. You know, even on the pass plays, they've been fine. So they're holding their own against Trinity's defensive line.
Yeah, and Trinity's only had the one offensive possession. And,
right.
you know, this has all been
turnover on down. So it's been all Davey DeRepo. Under center snap here for Semprini. Semprini will keep it. Semprini breaks a tackle and runs right into a Trinity defender. And that'll be a gain of maybe half a yard.
That was an interesting play. Because
he tried to run through a lineman that had all the momentum and probably beat him 9 out of 10 times.
The set, usually when you have one back, is usually the tailback, and he's a little bit further back. It was a one-back set with a fullback, like, set where he normally would.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that was and it was just he pulled it out, and that was designed, obviously. Now they're back to the 2-back set.
2nd and 9 after their gain of 1. Semprini will hand it to Avery. Running through. And a gain of about 4 or 5 and sets up third and manageable. It's kind of just the same thing over and over again.
That's a counter. So when he gives that one quick fake, the fullback will go in one way, the tailback will go the other way, and you'll get a puller, and he'll either pull up inside the hole or kick out the end. So, those are options that they can have in this. And it's simple stuff, but, it works. Now, third and 3, are you going to run it here or are you going to throw it? So
I'm running it right up the gut. I don't know how you don't run it here. 3rd and 3. St. Thomas trying to cross midfield for the first time in this game. They're at the 44 of their own territory. 3rd down. It's a handoff to Avery. And James Avery will pick up a first down. Kenny Avery, will pick up the first down.
Yeah, they were in the backfield. They could have been a tackle for loss, but slid his way past. It's still amazing to me. This is an offense that scores 40 points a game. It's just,
if you're running over teams early, and then you're able to throw. A lot of the teams don't have the defensive backs that these guys have. So, but I feel like I'm a throwback here, and I'm calling plays at 10 years ago at Campbell High School.
They are across midfield.
Never mind 10.
Yeah, I was going to say.
At the 49 of Trinity territory, they run it with Avery again. Avery gets a block. Stumbling forward, it will be DeTone who takes him down. I'm just in awe of Kenny Avery's ability to pick up more yards after contact and keeping those legs churning, falling forward. That's a 3-yard gain without his momentum carrying. Now that's a 6-yard gain. 2nd and 4 is much easier than 2nd and 7.
Yeah, and he's only taken a handful of plays off too, right?
Right.
Yeah.
I can't tell you a play he hasn't taken off, or he has taken off. I don't think he's out there for this one, though.
Here's that set I was talking about. See how the fullback is up tight with one back?
One guy back there, it is Scoron. Semprini hands this off right to him.
And he goes nowhere.
And it's wrapped up. A really solid tackle by number 62 of the Pioneers, J.P. Farron, senior lineman and linebacker.
But that's a good second down play call, honestly, because you got 3rd and 1.5 here, 2 yards, whatever it is, and this allows them to just give the ball back to Avery again. You don't have to goof around with.
I like that play call when you have a tailback.
They'll call a timeout here.
Because now everybody's concentrating on the tailback. If you got a one-back set and he's just your fullback, I don't know.
Yeah.
So.
St. Thomas will call their first timeout. It's about not a minute left in the half. That's the time on the timeout. I believe it's 8 minutes or.
Yeah, about 8.5.
8.5 minutes left here in the half.
I mean, they got time of possession, right?
Oh,
because the time of possession for Trinity was 3 and out, right?
Yep.
Right. 4 and out, but
yeah, 4 and out, and you can't count the punt returns as time of possession. I don't think, do they?
No.
I don't know.
Even if they do, Davey ran it so quickly it doesn't even really matter.
Yeah, it was 4 seconds.
Right.
I will say, and it's easy to say this now, but when they were punting to him the first time, he was going to break something, and then he broke through for the touchdown.
Yeah.
I was more surprised the second time that he went out and did it again, and that they punted to him again.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just been the tale of it all so far.
Yeah.
The sun has come out here in the beautiful Queen City, as we'll get a beautiful view of what is Derryfield Park. This beautiful turf field down here used by Trinity, and they'll rent this out frequently to baseball tournaments. I've coached a handful of games down here. It's a beautiful
it's
turf
nice
field.
now, huh?
Yeah.
And this used to be, a field, but
not like this.
Yeah.
3rd and 2 for St. Thomas. They trail by 12. It's 8 minutes and 31 seconds left in the half. Semprini is under center. They got both backs back there. And 2 tight ends.
Yeah.
Avery breaks the contact and falls forward for a first down and more. He should have been wrapped up in the backfield, but he broke through the initial stop and picks up the first down and moves the chains for the Saints.
It's so funny that they're running this stuff because on my way in, I ran into the police officer on duty, and he played guard for me out at Campbell, and he was the puller and would kick these guys out. So they're running the same stuff. That's crazy.
Semprini on first down. Another run to Kenny Avery, and this time is stopped by Connor Bishop, Dom DeTone, and company.
Yeah, I mean, it gives opportunity for the linemen to make plays when you do this, so it's just big on them.
And then St. Thomas going with 2 tight ends the last few plays, and that gets more guys in the box. So, you only got 1 split out with 2 tight ends. So I don't know if they just rotate like that, or because that just gets more guys. Now no safety at all for Trinity, right?
Yeah, so this is
Yeah.
2nd and 11. They lost a yard on that last play. Semprini throwing it
That's what
over
you
the
do.
middle. He's got somebody broken up. Talk about coverage. It's Davey DiReppo. What
Yeah.
can't he do? Breaking up what could have been a touchdown intended for Braden Sanchez. 3rd and 11.
He had a step on him earlier.
Yep. That
Yeah.
was the play call I was waiting to see, especially when you don't
Yeah.
have that safety back there. You can just go,
Yeah, it's one-on-one.
yeah, you basically
But-
run a post and
But, if you're going to throw the ball against Trinity, those are the balls you want to throw.
yes.
Don't come out and spread. Now it looks like they might have to, 3rd and long. Unless, it's 4 down.
Right.
This kid can get 6 yards on a carry, and then 4th and 5 might be manageable,
Shotgun for Semprini.
Yeah, this is not the time for the jet sweep.
No high safety. Semprini
Tries again.
going deep for Sanchez.
Oh, my
and
goodness.
batted away. Broken up this time by Tate Zubhuza.
That's
He
gotta
had
be-
the
yeah.
pick back in the first quarter. So this has been some great lockdown defense in the passing game, especially for Trinity. It'll be 4th down.
Yeah, they haven't taken many shots, and both their shots look good off the snap. It looked like they had a play there, and just great recovery by the DBs. And got to be frustrating if you're the Saints. Just to
Yeah, I mean, they don't see athletes like this every week. These kids are athletes back there.
I think they should punt it to number 2 again, but they won't. 4th down, they're going for it. Semprini needs a first down, a slant play, and he connects with his receiver. That's Evan Reyes.
Really nice route.
Yeah.
For a
Really
first down.
nice route.
They beat him on the cut. They weren't expecting him.
Yeah.
That was a simple man coverage beater, and they picked up the first down.
yeah, that DB was protecting deep anyway, given the last 2 plays, so that there was space there. It was a good, well-executed play.
Some yak on that, yards after catch to pick up the first down. And back under center, and almost certainly will be running this to Avery. They'll fake it to the fullback. They'll give it to their workhorse. And stop if you've heard me say this before. He'll stumble forward for a few yards and
Yeah.
set up 2nd and about 6 or 7.
He's looking to get 100
That's
before the
about
half.
2nd and
Yeah.
8 now. He didn't get that much.
He might get 100 carries this game.
Yeah. I mean, you don't have too many options over there. They only got probably 12 kids on the sidelines.
Yeah, they have half
They're
the
crazy.
bench. Trinity does.
2nd and 9 from the 18-yard line. Under 6.5 minutes left in the half. It's 12-0 Trinity. They'll hand it to Avery on the left side, and Dom DeTone will take him down.
Big stop.
Yeah, and that's more of a read option play.
Yeah.
And that takes more time to develop. So that's what you don't want. You don't want to give the other team angles and give them more time to get there. And DeTone does a nice job on the edge. So you want to keep it inside the tackles like they have been. And they kind of get away from their play calling. Is they get away from the stuff that's working.
3rd down and 8. Semprini looks to throw. Semprini, right side, up in the air end zone. It's picked off by Davey DiReppo. Are you kidding me? And Davey's going to cut up the field. Oh my goodness. Davey has room to run. This is unbelievable. Knocked out of bounds at the 30. It's the DiReppo show.
And crazy, usually I would scream at a kid for returning
Yes,
that.
I was going to say.
But when you're on a roll like he is today, I guess you just let the players play, right, as they say? Goodness.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, he's having a day, huh? And he hasn't done anything on offense yet because they haven't even tried to throw to him.
And, well, check this
Right?
out. Coach Tom Bezoin, they've got the ball at the, that's not the 7, well, at the 30-yard line, 31-yard line.
And again, I think St. Thomas is being an enemy to themselves.
Yep.
Because every time that they get in a groove, they take them, the down and distance has kind of changed their mindset. I don't know if they have a young offensive coordinator and this is no slight on any coach. They know the teams. They know their team, but I'm just going by the way I would call it.
Well, Davey, we see him sitting down, and he gets some well-deserved rest. He's not on the field for the first snap. 3 receivers out on the field here for Trinity, and we'll see who they use in the passing game if Davey's not out there. Shotgun snap for Service. A man in motion. They'll give it to Dom. He's on his feet. He's still going. He's pushing some guys over, and he's I think he's got the first down on that rush. An impressive, angry run by Dom DeTone for a first down.
Yeah,
That's how he plays, yeah.
that's his style right there. He loves that. Bring on the contact. And that's a typical Trinity play where they motion the guy, and that motion guy becomes the lead blocker. So they've been doing that stuff for a long time. So look for Service to run it a little bit here, too. You know, he usually gets involved in the running game from what I've seen so far.
Davey will line up on our near side, the right side. It'll be a shotgun snap again for Ollie Service. Davey in motion. They think it to him, and Service is going to run through the left side right through the gap. Who called it? Coach Tom Bazoin did. That's about a 9-yard quarterback rush. Will it be enough for a first down is the question. I believe he is just short. No, he's got the first down. Prove me wrong as soon as I said it. So back-to-back first downs for the Pioneers.
Yeah, don't ask me to fix your car or anything, but I can figure this stuff out.
First and 10 from the 47, under 5 minutes left to go in the second quarter. 12-0, the DeRepo show here at Derryfield Park for the Trinity Pioneers. He's got an interception and 2 punt returns for a touchdown. Marcus Jones or...
Yeah, definitely.
Handoff, it's DeTone. Talk about an angry runner. That's about 7 yards on that carry.
And St. Thomas has Kenny Avery matched up against DeRepo, so that kid has to do everything. You know?
Yeah, that's a long day.
He's going to run the ball 40 times today, and oh, by the way, you know, go cover their best player.
Yeah.
You know.
Kenny Avery is a senior. He's been doing this a while. He's got the experience, but yeah, he's lined up one-on-one with DeRepo. Maybe challenge that, you know. Second down and 3, this is a down you could go long on. Service, back to pass. He's going to throw it, and that's a first down to Connor Bishop.
Yep, great read.
Yeah, nice job, and they just ran off the defensive back there and ran underneath, so it's a little underneath pattern. Just take your best player and run the players off, and they'll usually get the corner go and the safety over the top so you can get underneath it. And nice ball by Service, too.
Down at the 32, it'll be first and 10. 3 minutes, 47 seconds left here in the first half. Packed house here at Derryfield. Friday Night Lights Media is here as well. This is a big game, biggest game, especially on a Saturday. Under center snap for Service. First down, it'll be Malith in motion. Malith now the tailback. DeTone the fullback, flags fly.
We got him to jump.
We got some action up front.
And Trinity's offense getting into some rhythm. You know, obviously they haven't had the ball much. They had the ball that one drive, and that was it. So now they're getting a little bit of rhythm, and that's designed right there. Try to get them to jump a little bit. Now they got them on their heels so that, you know, they can have a lot of options on 1st and 5.
Yeah, if you score here, now you're up 3 scores. You get the ball back at the second half. It's a tough hill to climb for the Saints.
Right.
First and 6 after the penalty. Ball on now the 27-yard line. Trinity just using St. Thomas's mistakes to their advantage. They'll run the play they were trying to run before. They run it with Malith. Tackled past the 20.
Yeah, and he has
a first down.
Little bit of a different style there, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's got the quick legs and gets in the hole.
The result is very similar. They pick up a first down.
Right. And he's looking for green grass, not another body to run over.
Right, Dominic's looking to go through someone's face.
But this is the only game in town this weekend.
Yep.
So, you know, and I'd love to see the matchups come down to Trinity and West in the playoffs somehow.
That'd be awesome.
I haven't done any math or anything if that can happen, but that would be awesome.
In the T formation.
Oh, there it is.
Up the middle, he's gone. Touchdown, Pioneers.
And it's Ferrin. You got that lineman number over on, and he just ran fullback dive. And so you're a senior lineman and you get a touchdown. On senior day.
Ferrin.
Yeah.
Finds the end zone for 6. And it's 18-0 Pioneers. They score their first non-DeRepo point of the game.
Yeah.
Crazy to say that this is their first score on offense.
Yes. I got to say, that's probably his first touchdown. I mean,
you would think so.
Maybe not ever, but you got number 62 on. I don't think you're leading the team in touchdowns.
Or touches.
Right.
Well, they'll go for 2. Under center in the T formation again. They fake it. Service will throw it
Wide
up
open.
and complete to Malith for the 2-point conversion.
Got a flag.
A flag coming in after the play.
Yeah. That was late, right?
That was a late flag.
Defense is ruled good, but there's a flag on the play.
We'll see the call, as this will determine whether or not we'll add 2 points to what's already an 18-point lead. An eligible receiver downfield. Will they do this again here, Coach?
Man, that was late.
Yeah, that was.
Yeah, I mean, that is the umpire's call, so he can see the lineman go past him. So
Now,
on the play action, the lineman must have went downfield a little bit past the backers. I didn't see that. So now you're
Like
gonna,
From the 8-yard line, they'll go for 2.
that's what happens when you chase points sometimes, though.
Yep.
Because they could have already had that kick last time, and again, it could be the snap too.
18-0. Trinity trying to make it 20. They're backed up after the ineligible receiver downfield penalty on this 2-point conversion try. Service with pressure in his face goes toward the end zone and incomplete. 18-0. They'll take that. I don't think they're complaining about the score.
Nope.
They have held the Saints to a goose egg, and like you mentioned, Daryl, they've been putting up 40 consistently.
Yeah, to be shut out at this point, it's like Coach Buzz said, this is not the kind of team they're used to facing, and clearly
No good.
they have a lot of work to do. I'm not really sure what you do at this point because they haven't had much success with anything except for Avery between the tackles. So that style of offense is more for when you're ahead, I think, than it is really being down 3 scores.
Yeah, I think there's like a balance of your top teams in Division II being kind of way above everybody else. And then there's a middle 4 or 5 with Trinity, St. Thomas, West being in that group. And then there's a bottom bunch. And when you're going against those lower seeded teams, Avery must have a field day, you would imagine, right? So
Connor Bishop will kick this out of. Wow, you got to let that go out of bounds. This is going to be taken by Avery. Flag will come in. He's still on his feet.
Jeez. And that's the second time they've had a flag on a return.
A kick out of bounds gets them at like the
35.
35.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm surprised you just let it go.
I thought he was going to pick it up and then step out of bounds, which is still.
Because they've started at the 20, the 25, and now it's going to be, inside the 20. So
It's coming back, yeah.
Yeah.
If he just let that go out, they'd be starting at the 35. No problem. But
Or you can make them kick it again if you want. But,
True.
The way their returns have gone, I would just take it.
why don't we make them kick it to Davey again?
Yeah, I mean, it probably happened before the game's out.
Penalized 10 yards blocking from behind.
That one was illegal block in the back this time. They're backed up. The last thing St. Thomas needs to be doing is going backwards.
Right.
So
And I'm staring directly at a tailgate situation going on over there with some smoke that hasn't made it this way, but it probably smells pretty good.
I bet.
We have to head over there at halftime.
3 minutes left before the end of the half. Might be a little bit more than that, just 3:03 left on the clock. Semprini in the shotgun. 1st and 10 from the 19 for St. Thomas. They run it with Avery. Avery's got a hole, and he ends up being tackled there by Tate Zubaza.
Yeah, and I'm looking for them to pick up the pace a little bit
Right.
here.
That's what I was- yeah.
Because,
The bruiser on the tackle.
they got 3 minutes, but as a running team, you got to you want to get as many plays in as you can before the half.
You said their coach Bray was saying they move quick.
Not that quick.
Yeah.
Not today, anyway.
Semprini, they will run it again with Avery. He'll pick up the first down and move the chains for St. Thomas.
I'll have to check the rushing stats after today. He's got to be towards the top of Division II, I would imagine.
Yeah, he's got the volume and he's very effective. So that combination usually leads you to the top of the rankings.
They've thrown the ball to him a couple times too.
Yeah, he's the key.
He looks beat. He's on the sidelines right now, and he's had himself a busy half.
Semprini on the quarterback draw, decides to bounce to the right, and now he's going to get stopped.
Yeah.
And you almost got to think if he could go back, he would just run it right back up the middle. But he tried to bounce it outside, and he paid the price.
You got to go upfield against these guys quick.
Yeah.
You can't string things out, and you can't make plays. On the tosses and the outside plays, that's what Trinity's strength is.
And they rally laterally like that, so you're not going to be able to.
It's similar to Memorial like that. Memorial does the same thing.
But now he's in third and long here? Second and long.
Second, yeah.
But that clock's still ticking away. I mean, that was.
2nd and 9. We're past a minute and a half. Semprini will try to keep it again, and he gets met by the impending doom of the Trinity Pioneers.
It looks to me like with Avery on the sidelines that limits their options.
Yeah.
Because, 2 out of the 3 plays that he's been over there have been quarterback runs. So, and he's still over there, so he's pretty gassed. He's going to need the half to recover here a little bit.
1 minute left to go here in the second quarter. Ball on the 30. It's 3rd and 12. Trinity, I don't
know why they didn't call a timeout
I'd
after
burn a
that
timeout
down.
here,
They know they're getting the ball after the half, but still, strategy-wise, with your punt returner doing what he has done, now St. Thomas is going to take one with 1 second on the play clock. So, I don't know. I guess that's a decision for them. They just want to get to the half at this point, and they're happy with their results so far. What a nice day, huh?
Oh,
wow.
Beautiful day.
Beautiful up here.
Clouds went away.
Yeah.
And it's all blue sky, clouds, and sunshine here in the Queen City.
Yep, good turnout. A lot of people here. Like Buzz said, you got the tailgating going on. You got little kids rolling down hills. Everyone's having a fun time. I mean, it's easy to have fun when you're up 18-0 and student section's rocking. It's a good environment.
Great atmosphere, as always, especially with Manchester football. As you're going to get a good atmosphere.
Yeah, if I'm St. Thomas, I'm just going to run it here and see if Trinity does call a timeout. Because if you call a timeout after this run, why didn't you call one?
Right.
With a minute plus left on the clock. So.
They don't even have Avery out there.
No, he looks like he could be done for the half. He took his helmet off and was just really looking for some air over there.
A couple plays before he came out, he hit his head pretty hard on a tackle, so I wonder if he's just feeling a little bit of that.
Quick dump off to Evan Reyes on 3rd and long.
Yeah, that's just an outside run. That's all that is.
Ball came out, but they roll him down.
There's the timeout.
And a timeout from Coach Cathcart.
So they're going to
Yeah, it's interesting. I mean, if that was the mindset, then how come he didn't call one on 3rd down?
Yeah.
I don't know if
they might want 2 timeouts for their offense. And we'll see. I mean,
but you would have saved 35 seconds there.
They kind of have to punt this, you think?
Oh,
you got to punt it out of bounds. That has got to be what they're talking about right now.
Just kick it away from Davey.
Don't kick it right at him.
Don't kick it down the middle.
Yeah.
It's easier said than done, I know, but.
Oh, yeah, I couldn't kick it more than 10 feet. So.
I think sometimes those punters, the high school kids, they get the ball in their hands and they just kick it as fast as they can.
Yeah.
And where it goes, you know. Some of the real good ones can angle them. I've had some before, the kids that could do that. But
even if you only kick it 10 yards, you're not kicking it to Davey. So.
Right.
It's like just anything.
Get it unreturnable.
At halftime, 3 hot dogs, 3 burgers.
Free hot dogs?
Did you hear that?
I heard that.
Free hot dogs, free burgers for the 3 handsome gentlemen upstairs.
It's way over there, though. We might need delivery. Anybody got DoorDash? DoorDash.
I'll wave my phone from here and see if they can catch it. They will punt it, and they will have Davey back to return at about the 35. We'll see if this punt goes directly out of bounds from Lincoln High Dog.
High snap.
He will punt it. He will. It's toward the sideline.
Well, that's a good
bounce.
It's
still playable. That's a much better punt for St. Thomas. It will roll past the 30 and down at about the 28-yard line. No return.
He literally turned his entire body to the sideline.
Trinity has 2 timeouts in 12 seconds now.
Yeah. See, if they.
So we might be going into the half with a timeout in our pocket.
Yeah. So they could have used. They'd probably be at 50 seconds. 45 seconds, something like that. I don't know.
Are we looking at 2 deep shots here is the
question.
What do you do here, Coach? Burn somebody out?
Nah, I don't take. I don't.
Just run the ball, go to
Yeah,
half.
if you're up towards the 50,
Yeah.
you take it. I'm just running it, and if they break it, they break it. If they don't, they don't. You know.
Coach is calling a play right to service. That's a direct play call.
That's true. Maybe you run it, you get out to the 50, then you have a decision
Right.
you can make. But
Right.
other than that, just you don't need to give up a turnover for points
No,
or anything here.
there's no need. You
you
got
don't
all
want
the
to give them any
momentum.
life. No life, yeah.
But and they're coming out 4 wide, so 5. Yeah.
It could be an ollie keeper.
A very spread out Trinity offense, and Malith will now be in motion. This might be a toss to him right here. He'll now head toward the other side. Stop. Service. Throwing it right side. It's complete to Dom DeTone out of the backfield. DeTone past the 30, and a timeout by Trinity with 4 seconds on the clock.
All right.
Yeah, interesting.
That was like an immediate check down from Service. Nothing was open.
Yeah.
He went directly.
I mean, he didn't even really look. He went right to
Yeah,
Dominic.
that
True.
was
Yeah.
that was something safe. But they didn't get far enough really to take a shot here. So I don't know.
Well, we'll see what they do when they get the ball back.
They're just going to give it to Davey, say, hey, go ahead. Give him a
Yeah.
little smoke screen. Take it
Yeah.
to the field.
It'll be 2nd and 6 at the 32, and they'll have time for probably one play unless it's a quick incompletion.
Yeah, I mean, the clock guys down there won't be that fast. I think.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes they're the more elderly gentlemen, so they don't have the reflexes to shut it off at 0.1 second.
Yeah.
7 seconds left to go in the timeout break. It'll be 4 seconds on the clock for the Pioneers for their last play of the half. Well, it's been a dominating half for Trinity here on their home field, thanks to their star punt returner, defensive back, and receiver, Davey DiReppo, accounting for 12 of the 18 points on the Trinity scoreboard.
I mean, dominating points-wise, yeah.
Service, last play of the half. Letting it go. Intercepted. Taken away by Semprini, the quarterback. And now they got to make sure he doesn't run this back.
There's a flag.
Whoa!
2 flags. 3.
4 of them. He's still going. He's on his feet.
Horse
Another
collar.
flag.
There's a horse collar.
And that's not a horse collar, by the way.
No?
No, he didn't pull him down backwards. So that was an early flag on the horse collar.
I have every flag on
Yeah.
this field. But I think we might just go to half anyway.
So the horse collar rule is you have to pull him down backwards. So he had him, but
Tackled
the
forward,
kid fell forward. So that's the wrong call on that one. The other one must have been a
One,
look at
two,
oh my
3, 4,
Yeah.
5,
I don't
6,
think I've ever seen
7
this.
flags are on the field
Yeah.
on that interception return from Anthony Semprini.
You wonder why I don't have a voice.
He'd be yelling.
I
down.
could have 5 different reasons to yell at these guys. No, I'm sure the ones where they threw it all at once was a blatant call.
Well, what happens now with no time on the clock? Was this all just a
If it's on St. Thomas, it's just a half over.
Yep.
yeah?
If it's on Trinity, they'll get a play. But, yeah, see, he's motioning to the horse collar. That was not the correct call there. There's 2 ways. You either have to pull him backwards or hold him up until another player comes and cleans him out, and that really wasn't the case. Not when he threw it anyways.
More time to wait to see what the result of this, the plethora of flags thrown on an interception return from Anthony Semprini.
Yeah, I mean, they're talking about this as longer than the quarter took.
Yeah. And if Buzz is out there, they would already be at half because he would have just run the ball and then be
honestly. Yeah. Just run it out and be done with it. You have all the momentum. You had nothing to gain, everything to lose at that point, really. I mean, what are the odds of throwing a Hail Mary from there?
We got a balloon up in the sky, so that'll be my source of entertainment until this is over.
Okay. All right.
I'm still a child.
So Memorial getting beat last night, their first loss.
Walk-off field goal right at the end of
Yeah,
overtime,
it's ended
or
up
the
being
fourth
30-27. So whale of a game from what I understand. I didn't get to see any of it. But, it was a walk-off field goal by Winnicott, huh?
Yeah, and like you said to me yesterday, that's a tough place to play on the
It is.
road. So, it was a valiant effort from that team. And they don't have Landon Murphy right now, which is that's a big part I mean, he's there in heart and soul, and he leads the team out and stuff. But he's a big part of the identity of that team.
And Pelletier got hurt in the game that Kyle and I was doing. I don't know if he played last night, but he didn't play the rest of that game.
Did you see if Kyle Pelletier played last night?
Well, it's not Kyle Pelletier. It's
wrong one. Wrong Pelletier.
the blonde kid.
Yeah.
Caden.
Caden, yeah.
I have no idea.
Yeah,
I stood there for from maybe the middle of the first quarter to the end of the first half, and I didn't have a roster on me. So
I don't know. And here we go. We're gonna get the call here. Maybe.
We'll find out. Watch them just go to the half, and this meant nothing.
Offsetting, and just like, all right.
So we talked about it for 5 minutes, and
No, buddy. See, the young guy has it wrong. That's not a horse collar.
I mean, he was eager to throw that flag. He was
He whipped it as soon as he saw him. Well, all his buddies already threw their flags.
Yeah,
so
he's like, I got to throw one.
He felt out of place.
So I think they're going to get a play here.
Yeah, he doesn't want to go into the locker room and have his fellow referees being like, why didn't you throw a flag? We all agree.
You don't get a free hot dog.
Yeah.
Now there's going to be more time while they have to pick all the flags up.
Yeah.
I don't know. They're still explaining it to St. Thomas. And without saying something negative about officials, because I never do that.
No. Of course not.
This white hat isn't the greatest at explaining things. That's not his strength. Let's put it that way. And he's trying to explain it to the St. Thomas coach, but I don't know that you can.
We had such a great pace going. The clip of this game was moving nicely, but this is.
I don't know that you can have a play that's more confusing for a head referee than that one.
Yeah.
With every ref on the field throwing a flag.
I'll tell Kyle to clip this all out. This is just we don't need this on the the YouTube version. Yeah. And if you're watching this live, well, I'll tell you here that we don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
And I don't think the people on the field do.
We're just
either.
Waiting for the official call, but there was a lot of flags.
Here it comes, if he remembered it.
He's going to do the Macarena out there with all the
no,
yes, not.
Another conference. We're going to have another conference. Okay. And it looks like we still might not know what we're doing.
They're calling for the defense. They're going to get one more play.
All right.
See, this was the problem that you had, Coach, about throwing it in general and not having to deal with this, because if they just ran it out.
One more play for Trinity?
No, they're on defense. Trinity's on defense. One more play for St. Thomas.
But they just turned it over, so there's no penalties marked off.
On the return, there was.
So why is
nothing's marked off though?
So why are we?
That's where the return ended.
They're going to need this. There was no point in any of this.
Oh my God.
That was a very strange turn of events.
All right, well, now we're going to quickly go to the half. That was our break, and we will see you for the second half. Second half is underway here with Lincoln Heidock. He will kick it away to the Pioneers with an already 18-0 lead. Alongside Coach Tom Bezoin and Daryl Johnston, I'm Zach Johnston here on Channel 16, Manchester Public Television's coverage of NHIAA Division II high school football. Trinity versus St. Thomas Aquinas. It's 18-0 Pioneers, and they'll get the ball on a line drive kick. Bobbled and fielded by the man who has done it all today. Davey DiReppo turning the corner and getting out of bounds at about the 30 on his return. He has 2 punt returns for a touchdown and an interception. It's been the DiReppo day so far, Coach Tom Bezoin.
Yeah, he's piling up the yards on returns, isn't he? Even that interception return was 35-plus yards, and here he got it out to the 30. Yeah, good field position to start, not bad.
The Pioneers, led by Ollie Service, will come out and let their second half drive begin at about the 30-yard line.
And not to make too big of a deal, but this is a huge defensive series for St. Thomas.
Oh,
they cannot give up points on this drive, or they're in big trouble.
Under center, it's the T formation, and it's a run right side, and a tackle made by Garrett Dorr on Dom Tone.
62 again.
That was 62, Mike. Apologies, that was J.P. Farron, and that'll bring up 2nd and 5 after a 5-yard pickup.
Good to see Avery back out there for the Saints. He's a bit, big
Yeah.
part, and
He definitely needed that half, huh?
I was a little concerned maybe injury, but it looks like he just might have been needed a breather.
2nd and 5.
2nd and 5. Service takes the snap, will fake it. Service rolling to his left. He's got room to go. He tucks it and runs. And Service will take it down the far side, tiptoeing out of bounds around the 45-yard line. And a first down for the Pioneers.
Yeah, he's got him out a little bit before that. Yeah, back. Yeah. But great run. But it's interesting because, on my roster, it's the old roster that we had from the last game, and Ferrin was crossed out, so he didn't play that game. They were missing a bunch of their linemen. So it's interesting how he came back, and now all of a sudden he's the fullback in the tee set. So he's probably they found a little skill while he was injured.
1st and 10 from the 48 after the quarterback rush from Service. It's a handoff, a quick tackle, and a 2 or 3 yard pickup by Ferrin. 62 getting a handoff. It looks.
Well, when you have a roster this small, it's a possibility that he might have to play some old line. And, I've had it in the case where we had to actually change the jersey on the sideline.
Yep.
And you can do that. But, that's when you have the smaller teams and the smaller rosters.
2nd and 9.
2nd and 9 after the 1 yard gain from Ferrin. It's kind of like, all right, you got there first time, we'll give it to you again. Run toward the right side. This is Malith. And another good defensive stop. That was Robbie Tebow on the stop for the Saints, and it'll bring up 3rd and long.
Yeah, and they've been able to string out the outside stuff on Trinity, but the off-tackle stuff, they're having a tougher time. So now we're in a passing situation.
3rd and 7 from the 45. It was Service's quarterback run that got them here, but now they are quickly at 3rd and 7.
We're still one-on-one over here. So Avery must be just fine if they got him on Derryfield.
Derryfield goes in motion. Ollie will keep it, and he is going to be short. That's what they needed, Daryl. St. Thomas needed the stop, and they got it. It will be 4th down.
Yeah, 4 down territory, so they still have one more play to make. But I like that play call if you're going for 4. This is something Coach talked about early.
That's true.
You try to pick up a couple yards, make this a little more manageable. We're still in 4 and 5, 4th and 6, whatever it is.
Yeah, that was 58 for St. Thomas. I don't have him on my roster. It goes 55 to 62, but that was a great play. He crashed right down from his end spot. So 4th down. Yeah, here we go.
From the tee, Derryfield is on the sideline for this play. Flag flies. This must be something that is not allowed. That's caught by Datone down to the 20.
And that should have been a dead ball.
Yeah, why wasn't it?
This guy's got to be new over here. Because sometimes, that should have been a dead ball. It was the guard that.
The near side guard?
Yeah. He came out of his stance before the snap, and that's what that guy, he reacted right at that time. So
a legal procedure will back him up, and will be 4th and long, and this must.
5 yards illegal procedure.
We'll see if they decide to punt it, or if they will go for it on 4th and long.
The way that St. Thomas has to grind out their offense and run the football, I would punt it here, but that's not me.
Yeah, I mean, if you can get it inside the 20, now you got to go length of the field.
4th and 11 at the 49-yard line. They're going to go for it. 11 yards to move the chains or give up the ball at midfield. Ollie, Service, looking to throw, feels the pressure, rolls out to his left, cuts up the field, 1st down and more. Ollie, Service, 1st down.
Well, that was all about that blitz pickup.
Yeah.
That fullback came, I think it was a fullback, came across and picked that up and allowed Ollie to spring free.
And he's a weapon when he gets into the secondary. He's a quick kid. We've seen him go for 6 a bunch of times this year, and on 4th down and long, that's a heartbreaker play for St. Thomas.
Such a veteran move there by Service and picking up the blitz, like you said, allowing him to cut right back up the field and pick up the necessary yards for a 1st down and more.
He had a linebacker to beat, and that was easy for him. So
1st and 10 from the 25. It's a handoff to DeTone. He's still going. We'll stop him with forward progress. The fact that they have to stop him with forward progress and he's still on his feet.
That's because he doesn't look for green grass. He looks for the other team's uniform to run over. It's funny to watch him run.
I ran into him at halftime, tapped him on the shoulder. I said, "You are the angriest runner I've seen in a while." And he was like, he's the nicest kid. He takes the helmet off. He's like smiling ear to ear. You would never think that he's ready to run somebody over.
But once he gets the pads on, he's a different beast. Reminds me of Cam Scatterbo a little bit.
They got like 5 out of that, huh? Yeah.
Malith goes in motion. Avery's following him. The ball's dropped by Service, and he's just going to fall on it. So that will be a loss of downs and set up 3rd down.
Yeah, that play looked kind of doomed from the start. The motion kind of by Malith was, I think, too fast.
Too early, yeah. He's too quick.
Yeah, so he was by the play before the snap came, and all he took his eye off of it. Just hit his hands and lost it down there.
3rd and 10. Malith goes in motion. Ollie will keep it. Ollie will throw it. Wide open. 1st down.
Yeah, that's a sticks play, so that's designed. And when you got a kid that can roll out to his left and throw the football like that, and a receiver that runs that kind of routes, it's tough to defend.
Davey DiRepo making the reception and picking up a 1st down for the Pioneers.
Yeah, that's a experienced play right there by DiRepo. I mean, he just waited, got to the sticks, waited for the throw to get there, and kept his feet in bounds. And he's a good player, that kid.
1st down for the Pioneers from the 11-yard line. They got 2 receivers to the right, 1 receiver to the left. Service is in the shotgun. Man in motion on the left side. They fake it to him. Ollie will keep it, cut up the field. Service on the keeper.
Whoa.
Grinding clock.
Yeah. I was looking at the Trinity lineman blowing the St. Thomas kid all the way out of the end zone there.
At the 6-minute mark here in the 3rd quarter, it's still 18-0 Pioneers.
Yeah, like Darryl said earlier, it's this drive is big for St. Thomas's defense, and they haven't been able to respond. Trinity's got a nice mix of plays going right down the field.
Motion again on the left side. This time they'll run it with Dom. He's got it! Touchdown! Dom DeTone for 6.
And that time he found the green grass, right?
Yeah, he looked that time for it.
That's good.
Touchdown for the Pioneers, extending their lead now to 24-0 over St. Thomas. 5 minutes and 30 seconds left in the 3rd quarter, and it is 24-0 Pioneers.
I think they're going to get back to kicking it here.
Yep.
Well, let's see if they get the snap to hold down. The kick is never a problem with this kid, but
their last PAT attempt, the snap was dropped by holder Ollie Service and had to throw it. It's another bad snap. The boot goes through.
Yeah, I'm thinking they might be dealing with their backup snapper because, all during halftime down here we had some snap practicing going on. So
yeah, that's who it was that was doing it too. So it might be a.
So it's not. If anybody think that's easy, it's not that easy.
The Pioneers find the end zone again with running back Dom DeTone, extending their lead now 25-0 with 5.5 minutes left in quarter number 3. Teams that near the top of Division II. St. Thomas comes into this game at 4-1, Trinity at 3-1.
Yeah.
But the way things are going here, both teams will leave this game with 4 wins.
It's going to be odd because they got a game to make up. So, Merrimack Valley had some sickness going on for their scheduled game last week, so they didn't play. So they got to make that up at some point. Maybe if the standings are so that Merrimack Valley might not make the playoffs or something, they might just say, 1-0 forfeit type thing.
Connor Bishop doing the kicking.
Bishop with another line drive kick, fielded here on the right side by Avery. Avery gets around the first set of tacklers and will get towards midfield for a nice solid return.
Kenny Avery.
Yeah, they need a quick strike here. They're going
Out
to need to put
40
points
yard
on the
line.
board before this quarter's over.
Yeah, I don't know if they got that downfield type of stuff.
Yeah.
They hit nicely with that underneath pass earlier on their 4th and long play.
Yep.
But, maybe get back to that because grinding it out with a kid that was definitely overtired at the end of that half.
Overworked.
It's not going to work when you're down by 3 scores, right?
5:25 to go. This is Semprini who will take the shotgun snap, and he will keep it, and he will get through. He's got some room to go, stumbling towards the line to gain. He will pick up a first down.
And it doesn't look like they have a lot of other options
No.
other than Avery because every other time that they don't give it to him, it's either a quick fullback dive or the quarterback is a design run. So
They went downfield twice, and there was 2 great defensive plays. So
Right.
that was disheartening because they set up that play action post so well, and then just couldn't hit it. And it would be a much different game if they do there.
1st and 10 now from exactly the 50-yard line. Semprini will hand it to Avery. Moving forward, picking up about 6 yards on the carry.
he's definitely top running back in this division. I mean, the kid is quality, and I can see where he can take over a game against a team that they should beat, right? But against these type of teams, he can grind it out. And they've gotten a lot of first downs, and he's got a lot of yards, but no points to show for it.
From the 44, 2nd and 4.
There we go.
Flag on the play.
Flags will fly. This must be another.
Got lined up offsides. Trinity lined up offsides.
Trinity penalized 5 yards encroachment. It's 1st and 10, St. Thomas.
Picking up a
39
first down for the Saints. Clock stops at 4:40 now, 4:30 and counting. Ball on the 39. It's 1st and 10 for the St. Thomas team that's looking to put their first points on the board, trailing 25-0.
Well, it looks like they're in a power I set now. 3 backs.
Semprini fakes one way, goes the other way. Gives it to Avery, and Kenny Avery, after being taken down by Jensel Mateo, will have a gain of about 4.
Yeah, this is you can't win this situation, this game, this way. It's just, but they, like Buzz said, there's not a lot else it looks like they can do. So
Yeah,
you know,
you got to kind of just take it on the chin and try to improve these plays. And if you can run this against these guys, then you can run it against the better team, the lesser teams, right?
That was a 3-yard gain on the last play, 2nd and 7. The handoff goes back to Kenny Avery, and he'll pick up another first down.
Yeah, and he's going to sleep well tonight.
Oh
isn't he?
boy,
Goodness. Kenny's going to be looking for a new contract after today. 45 carries.
10, St. Thomas.
Well, the sun's not just affecting us. Almost everyone below us is shielding their eyes.
it is bright.
Yeah,
It is a beautiful.
it feels
bright day.
warm though. I like it.
Mm-hmm.
I'll take the bright with the.
1st and 10 from the 27. Just above 3 minutes left to go here in the third. Run play to Kenny Avery.
Well, this is where they were when they tried that play action post. So.
Yeah, and it's funny because you think of they're going to come out and spread here and try to get a touchdown quick and try to get back in the game, and instead they come out double tight with 3 running backs and running the old school power I. So this is how you grind things out. And now Avery coming out of the game, so looking for a pass or a quarterback run here, I would think.
Semprini back there with Schoolron. Semprini will keep it himself. Pick up a few. Set up third and manageable.
Yeah, so St. Thomas now has really two opponents. They're facing Trinity, but now the clock is against them because 4 scores and
7 years ago.
7 years ago.
Yeah, 4 scores is tough to come back in a quarter and a couple of minutes. So
yeah, especially
they may be just looking at, hey, let's work on our stuff at this point. And you don't play to lose, but when you're behind this much, sometimes you just want to get the small wins one at a time out there.
They run it. It's their other running back towards the left. That's Skoron. He is close. He's in.
And that's a win for them right there because
Brandon
it's somebody
Skoron
other
finds the
than
end
Avery
zone.
making a play, right?
Kenny Avery does all the running, but Skoron gets the end zone touchdown, and the first points on the board for the Saints. And they really needed it. That's the best time to do it. I mean, not the best time to do it. They couldn't wait any longer to score their first points.
Well, now it's
up to their defense.
I mean, it's still obviously tilted way against them, but you get a quick stop here, maybe a turnover, a pick six.
Yeah, you need something on that side of the field to happen. A fumble or
on the kickoff, maybe you get something.
Whoa.
High snap. Kick is not gonna go off, and that will be. Is that blocked or?
I'm kind of shocked that he actually kicked that.
Yeah, he tried.
Because there was 2 guys on top of him. I don't know if he thought he was going to get through there somehow.
Split the defender.
Both teams struggling with snapping.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one was a real struggle.
Well, it's one of those things you take for granted until you start to see where it's a challenge, and then you realize, that's something that you watch college, you watch pros, and you see those plays go off without a hitch all the time, and you take it for granted.
It is quite windy.
Yep.
That's a part of the.
The short snaps are the wind really shouldn't.
No.
The punt snaps, yeah.
Yeah.
But the short ones, it's just a matter of reps, and all the lineman kids think they can do it, at practice. I can do it, and then they try it, and you're fired. Next,
And then doing it in game is a lot different.
Yeah, of course. And not like he's had a lot of opportunity today to do it. So.
Right.
Service and DeRepo are the kick returners. One of them specifically, I don't think they'll kick it to.
Yeah. Well, you don't know because every time you think that.
It's true.
He's looking right over him. I would dribble it right down to the second line if I were them.
St. Thomas needs the ball back. Maybe a sneak onside kick here.
I would always tell my kicker, find the kid with the clean uniform. Of course, they're all clean on the turf, right?
This is Hydock, who he'll kick it away, and he'll kick it
right to DeRepo.
But he'll field it right by the 5-yard line and have another chance to have another return. DeRepo.
That's good coverage that time.
That was good, yep.
The ball came out! St. Thomas wants the ball. They think they have it. I don't think they do.
That's a quick whistle.
I think they're down by 19 points and want the ball, but they don't. I don't think if anyone's going to fumble, it's not going to be Davey.
Oh, you never. I mean, he had 5 guys around him, so
that's true.
Somebody could have
punched it out,
get in there and punched it out or grabbed it, but we can't tell. We couldn't tell from there whether the ref did blow it dead pretty quick, so they must have saw that it was he was down already.
That was the first sign of life we saw from that sideline.
Yeah, that's why I was just
little hope there. That's what they would have needed.
Yeah, you definitely need some kind of a turnover here, some kind of a fumbled snap, or I doubt Trinity's going to start throwing it up here.
No. I mean, you wouldn't think so. Just give it to Dominic and let him.
1st and 10 from the 18.
Fall ahead for 3 yards.
A minute and a half left here in the third quarter. Service. Will take the snap. He will hold on to it. He's got a man open. It's DeRepo. He's got him again. Davies down the sideline, and he is gone. The DeRepo show continues.
Now he's scoring from return. 2 returns, right? Yep. And a long pass. Now he just needs a pick 6.
Yeah, he had the pick.
Oh, there's a flag. You're kidding.
I didn't see it.
The flag is thrown at the 45, and this is going to come back.
Wow.
Flag on the play.
Well, we've had some trigger-happy refs today, we've said, with throwing the flags. That one came a little bit late.
Yeah, it was definitely, if it was thrown this far, it was unnecessary block. I didn't see it because he was already.
He was wide open.
He was gone at that point. I can't imagine it being a block. A touchdown? Unsportsmanlike. Okay, there we go. That's why
it's a touchdown.
Yeah, that's why we didn't see it.
Davey DiReppo coming out on senior day and playing some of the best football I have seen from a single player in a long time. Granted, this has been the only game I've played so far.
Service is upset, and, you can't get too upset because if you get another one, you're gone and you don't play next week. So it was definitely him behind the play celebrating. It was a pretty good play call there.
Yeah.
I gave him a hard time about the play calls earlier. I expected a run there. St. Thomas expected a run and a nice little play action where he pulled it out and had him wide open.
Yeah, once Avery collapsed to go after the runner, and then
Bishop looking to make it 32-6.
low snap, gets it off though.
Wow, he's got air under that one. Kick is good.
The kick is good.
32-6.
And I would say we're playing this one out at this point.
Yeah.
Because, a quick score like that. And Trinity, hasn't played in 2 weeks because, again, last week they didn't play because Merrimack Valley was out. The game got canceled. So, that might have helped them.
Right.
Because they,
Little bye week.
there's 2 or 3 players on here that I had crossed off from when we did the game 3 weeks ago and that are playing today.
Yeah.
So,
Hey, everyone gets rested up. You get a little extra time to prepare for St. Thomas. And
Ferrin and Gartside are the big ones. And Gartside was out for a little bit. So him being back and Ferrin has contributed as well. So
Trinity will be penalized.
on the kick.
Yeah, the penalty will be on the kick, so Bishop will have to kick it from a little farther back, but they keep the touchdown and they lead 32-6.
Yeah, and DiReppo's just looking for the pick six to be for the
hat trick.
The hat trick, yeah.
He's already got the pick.
Yeah, he almost went on that one.
Maybe they'll let him throw a touchdown while we're at it.
Yeah.
That's a bouncing kick that will be fielded and fallen on by Avery, short of the 40.
Avery down at the
Yeah, from where you
39
kicked it, that's a pretty good job.
Thomas takes over. First down, 10.
St. Thomas Aquinas will take over. 1:21 left here in the third quarter, and they trail 32-6. Zach Johnston, Coach Tom Bazoin, and Daryl Johnston here on Channel 16. It's been a pleasure to bring you this game so far, and Trinity has come out and put 32 points up through 3 quarters. Here on their senior day, they lead another top team in their division, a team that has more wins than them, 32-6. So it's been a dominating game so far. They got one more quarter to play once the 1:21 left here in the third winds down. Semprini in the shotgun. He will look to keep it on a read option and head up the field for a good pickup of about 7 yards, 8 yards.
He's done a decent enough job running the football, too.
Yeah.
So, I can see where, they have the amount of wins that they have, and they'll probably be a playoff team. They're a level below these guys, a level below, a couple of teams. But Trinity's, Trinity's only lost to Plymouth, at Plymouth.
Yeah. Plymouth, Pelham, and Trinity and Sauhegan, probably the big 4, you would think.
Yeah, and I would put West just below them.
They'll give it to Avery, and he will pick up the first down and more across midfield down past the 45. West out there as well, yeah.
But St. Thomas is only going as far as this kid.
Right.
If by any chance he rolls an ankle or anything like that, they are toast offensively because, we got to check the carries after the game because I'm going right on New Hampshire Sports page after and checking his carries on the season. They've got to be a ton.
The funny part to me is that he didn't score their one touchdown.
Right.
Semprini will keep it. Oh, he's leveled there by the way of James Leonard.
88, yeah.
That
was a good hit.
Wind down the third quarter The dying seconds of quarter number 3. It's 32-6 in favor of the Pioneers. We will take a short break, flip the field, and come back when it's time for the fourth quarter. Quick break, we'll be right back. Fourth quarter will begin. Trinity's got the ball.
No, they don't.
Trinity's on defense. St. Thomas has got the ball at the 42-yard line. My apologies. The fourth quarter will begin. Zach Johnston, Daryl Johnston, Tom Bezoin here from Derryfield Park in the beautiful Queen City. Trinity leading 32-6 over St. Thomas. It's 2nd and 9. Thrown out to the left. This is caught by Sanchez. And Sanchez will stay on his feet and pick up a first down for the Saints and get out of bounds and stop the clock.
Nice little move there.
Yeah, it was.
They ought to get the ball in his hands a little bit more.
Yeah, he's nifty.
They've done a good job limiting their other playmakers. Evan Reyes and Braden Sanchez, the receivers, have been quite quiet in this game. Timeout Trinity. The Pios will take their first stoppage of the second half.
Yeah, they were about to have a substitution issue because they were too many men out there. And
Looks like we got
a
cramp
cramp too.
Yeah.
Well, we'll take a
Injury timeout.
pause. 32-6. I mean, Davey DiRepo, you walk into this game thinking typically senior day, senior night, there's going to be one standout senior that plays their best.
No, he's putting his name up there for Player of the Year in the division too. I mean,
we were looking at freak athletes. Anthony was here for 2 years, 3 years, and Davey played with him. Learned, they're the same age, but learned a lot from how to be dominant from someone like Anthony. And he's talk about dominant. It's been the DiRepo show today, for sure. That is Avery, and that will pick him up maybe 2 or 3.
Semprini carried to the 30-yard line.
That was Semprini, apparently.
Yeah,
he kept
faked
that.
it. Yeah.
Apologies. Oh, he must have faked it.
Yeah.
Leonard.
Yeah, they're just they're playing out the score here.
Yeah.
They're gonna just run their stuff and not paying attention what the score is at this point. Try to get better today than they were yesterday.
See what they can do.
2nd and 9. Semprini. He's got pressure behind him. Up in the air. Nearly intercepted. Falls on the ground. Incomplete.
Yeah, he did not feel that pressure.
Incomplete.
Yeah, that was the tone coming from the backside. You don't want that coming from the backside.
No.
Good sportsmanship there. He helped him up after. Yep. And, as tough as Dom is, I like to see that.
29-yard line.
It'll be 3rd and 8. From the 29, Semprini is in the shotgun. He's got 2 receivers to his right. Takes the snap. They'll run it.
Whoa.
No dice.
And that's Leonard again. Another good hit. He's not afraid to get his nose in there.
He's brought down to 27.
4th
James
and
Leonard
6.
on the tackle.
Bit of a personnel change here.
Yeah, more than a bit.
Still the main 2 of Semprini and Avery. Behind the line of scrimmage. 4th down and 6. Avery throws it. Too much for Reyes. Couldn't complete it, and that'll be a turnover on downs.
Reyes, incomplete.
Yeah, now Trinity can just get in the tee and just kind of try to grind it out as much as they can. They're not going to go for anything big here, I don't think. And they're going to just try to grind that clock,
Over 1st and 10.
get in with their 3 backs, and hand it off.
First and 10 from the 27. Pioneers will come out and look to extend their 32-6 lead over St. Thomas.
As soon as I say that, they come out and spread.
Right, yeah.
What do I know?
DiRepo in motion, service. Holds on to it. Breaks away from one tackle, hits the deck right after that for a gain
Service. Carry to the
of
33.
about 5 or 6.
And
Second
big
down.
deck on the tackle.
We got 7 on that.
Got help
Yeah.
from Brandon Stowing.
He's racking up the yards today too now. With minimal carries, right?
Yeah,
Second
very
down,
efficient.
4.
I think most of his carries have gone for 6 or 7 yards.
Right. And he had a
He,
couple
had the
long
big-
ones
he
there.
broke that big 4th down, too.
Yep.
They changed it to 2nd and 4 here for service. Malith is in motion.
There's that
Oh,
play.
trouble with the snap!
Same thing. That
Did
happened.
they hold on to it? They did.
It's almost like his eyes go with the motion guy
Yeah.
as he passes him and takes his eyes off the snap. I mean, that was a little high, but
31
that's
yard
something
line,
he
all
would
service.
normally handle.
Recovering the ball for Trinity.
Now,
Keeps that clock ticking. So, and they got the ball back, so they're okay still.
31-yard line.
And we have not seen Trinity punt yet today either, have we?
No, we've not.
we've seen St. Thomas punt.
Yeah.
We've also seen Trinity return. They are in the tee for 3rd and 6. Ollie rolling out to his right. Ollie wanted to throw it, now will turn upfield and run, spinning, and is taken down short of the line to
Down to
gain.
the 34.
Yeah, I mean, smart move staying in bounds there. Just get more time off the clock, punt it away, and play a little defense. They got plenty of a pad here. They don't need to go downfield at all too much.
4th down, 3.
The way they are, I would not be surprised if they went for it, though, just to say, why not?
Yeah, I was about to say there's no way we see a fake here, but I shouldn't
No.
say that just given what we've seen today.
I mean, they should kick it, but, you know, I don't know.
It's 2025.
Yeah. And it looks like they're going for it. Gonna try to get him to jump.
On 4th and 3, up 32-6. They snap it, they pitch it, and Pooch punt it. No, it's gonna get. Wow.
Oh.
Well, that didn't work, and that will mean they turn it over on downs.
So there's your answer. Their long snapper must be out because,
Yeah.
you know, that was something that you run a little toss play, and that works sometimes at Pop Warner, but not here.
Yeah, it looked like you wanted to punt it.
Yeah,
He put it. Looked like you wanted to. There.
He did.
yeah, no, that's what it was. It was
Yeah.
designed to do a punt, but you know they probably don't have anybody that can get the snap back there,
25-yard line.
so they tossed it back to him, and yeah, that didn't work.
Semprini and the Saints offense set up well now at the 25-yard line. Semprini wanted to go to the left side, throwing it up. Flag will come in, and this will
Yeah.
be pass interference and set St. Thomas up at the 1-yard line.
Yeah, that's a little hitch and go.
Yep.
Good shoulder fake by Semprini, and Sanchez kind of had a step. Trinity did a nice job with the safety up over the top, but the cornerback did not turn around, so that was the problem with the play there.
The Blues are covering on the flag. There's a flag on the play as well. Pass interference against Trinity.
They should be down at about the 1.
Well, it's 15.
It's a 15-yard penalty,
Yeah,
not a spot
15,
foul. I
right.
make that mistake every year.
Yeah.
Every year I do high school football. 15-yard pickup on the pass interference penalty. And will be an under center snap for Semprini. And they'll give it to Avery.
Shocker.
Kenny Avery will
Avery carried on the play.
get the carry.
I wonder if Kenny drives the bus back to
Yeah, he probably
to over.
does.
Yeah.
He's probably a teacher. He's doing everything.
Connor Bishop. Don DeCone on the tackle. 2nd down, 7.
2nd and 8 from the 10.
10-yard line.
Semprini will fake it one way and go to Avery. And he will, you know, it
Avery
looks
carried
like
on the
he's
play.
getting stuffed because when you tackle him
Yeah.
without him breaking off, it's kind of like a
The
win,
Blues
but he's
are
still
made
able
to
to
make
move
the
forward and
Yeah.
pick up 2 yards. So
Yeah, he's an old school back. He's always leaning forward. You know, he hasn't really broke one yet, but he's got to be at 150 anyways, right?
You would think
More
so,
than
yeah.
that.
He's
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. He leans forward. He's strong. Everything
down
seems to go
5.
positive yardage with him.
For his sake, I hope he makes it to the end zone. Semprini. They'll run it with him. Avery, touchdown.
Yeah, he deserved that one.
Yeah.
Avery carries for a St. Thomas touchdown.
Kenny Avery, the workhorse running back.
Now he deserves a break.
Yeah, I saw him drop his head there before that down,
St. Thomas
and he's
touchdown.
got to be just totally gassed. I mean, you know, it's one thing to use a kid, but, you know, he's got to be up around 40 carries.
Yeah.
Because they had possession for a long period of
Yes.
time at the beginning of the game, right?
Yep. Well, they had multiple possessions because of the punt return,
Right.
so there were so many extra snaps that he had to.
Lincoln Hydock.
Hydock on to attempt the PAT. It is going to make
The
it.
kick is good.
And that
Lincoln
will
Hydock.
turn this to a 32-13 game, a 19-point lead for the Pioneers.
Yeah.
Good job, St. Thomas, huh?
Yep.
Not giving up.
Nope. And that's, you know, I mean, that would be something they would have liked to have had earlier in the third quarter, but,
Hindsight's 20/20.
Yeah.
you know, that Trinity kind of handed them that position just by not being able to
Yeah, no
punt the
punt.
ball
Yeah,
away.
right.
And then you get the flag for the interference, and
Yeah, they didn't fold up though at all. You know, they kind of played the game like like it was the first quarter and there was no score. So good on them to keep it going, and that'll help them next week.
right.
You know, that's the way you got to look at it.
Yeah, they're down 19 now. I mean, it's
Quick little break here for Trinity as they will get their kick return team set up.
Yeah, they're trying to. I mean, it's not a timeout after.
No media timeouts here. Just over 6.5 minutes left to go here in the fourth quarter. Trinity with a commanding 19.32-13 lead. We'll look to run this out
Kicking off number
and beyond a
3,
victory
Lincoln
with I'm looking for their fourth victory of the year on their senior day. Oh, wow. Well, that'll be down.
I mean, but if that bounced off his chest, it could have been something else.
Yes,
that was the thing.
Yeah.
He tried to field it at the front line.
Yeah, that's not a bad try. I mean, it's tough.
Jackson Murphy. Down at
But,
the
you know, we've been undefeated here
Trinity takes
on the
over
air.
first and 10.
So Manchester teams have not lost in any of the broadcasts that I've done anyways, so
That's great.
I think we're lucky charm going on here.
Keep you up here.
What's going on here?
Trinity will set up at the 42 after the attempted onside kick from St. Thomas results. Trinity getting the ball back. Service will be in the shotgun. Davey goes in motion. Ollie will keep it and try to go up the field. No dice. He gets stopped behind the line of scrimmage, and the yellow flag will hit the turf.
It's either a face mask or a hold. I didn't see
And Avery on the
Service's head get snapped
Right
back,
on
but that's something where the hold is usually thrown too.
We'll see the call. Face mask
Face mask, yeah.
on the defense.
Hey, he's walking the wrong way though. There we go. Turn around. Turn around. There we go.
The face mask violation against St. Thomas on the last play. They're penalized 5 yards.
5 yards.
Well, there can be a 5-yarder or a personal foul one with 15. There's two different versions. If he just hit it with his hands on an open hand or just barely closed on it without snapping the neck, you can call a 5-yarder, but it's very rare.
1st and 5.
1st and 5.
Okay, well. Malith is in motion. Service will look to throw. Now rolling out to his left. Floating it up for Datone. He will get down at the 30. Another big play for the Pioneers. He nearly broke that off. I thought he had the chance to tiptoe and go down the sideline. That was the expectation there. They
I'm kind of
knocked him out.
surprised that they're putting the ball in the air
Yeah.
right here. You know, they got the game kind of under control. You know, I would have expected them just to come out in their tee and just hand it off a bunch of times and use the clock.
1st down 10.
But, you know, that's why I'm not coaching anymore, I guess.
Yeah, different philosophy. You don't usually typically see it. Like, you normally expect them just to kind of grind out clock. And
I think when you're up by 19, though, you're kind of just like, you can do whatever you want, kind of.
Yeah, there's a little protocol there.
Every team has that line of when they want to, change their scheme or not. Service fakes it to Detone, rolls out to his right. He's got pressure in his face and is taken down. Nice tackle by the mysterious number 58, who does not appear on our roster sheet.
Yeah, he's done a decent job on a few plays.
First name 50, last name 8 makes the tackle.
Yeah, I mean, it's also how you can get some guys hurt late in the game that are, your key players when you're up by, I don't think St. Thomas could come back at this point, could they? I mean, I don't think they could.
5.5 minutes down by 19.
So,
what time will it be when they even get the ball back?
Say Ollie rolled his ankle right there or something,
right,
and he's out next week. You got to look at the negative impact of the.
They've always done this, though. I remember having.
Yeah.
We've done a couple games where they're either getting blown out or doing the blowing out, and they keep Ollie in the whole game.
Yeah.
The Kennett game last year, tipped in the air, nearly intercepted.
Well, it's okay to keep him in, but you hand it off.
Yeah.
A, that stops the clock, right? Mm-hmm. And B, what are you trying to improve here? You got the team beat. You kind of, I don't know. I look at it as a sportsmanship type thing as well. I'm not questioning their play calls or questioning them, but, at this point, there's kind of an unwritten thing between coaches that, you just kind of run it out here, unless you got your second team in, and then that's another story.
Third down, 15.
Now, if they threw it then, they'll probably throw it now, right?
yeah, they're probably going deep.
Third and long. Service left side. He's got Bishop. Wrap up tackle there by Josh Kupka. We'll set up fourth down.
Complete to Connor Bishop at the 23-yard line. Josh Kupka.
4th and 4. So they picked up a solid amount of yards on that play. I mean, that's probably a normal third down play they call. They're just normally not backed up that far.
Yeah, that play was nicely designed. Motioned the Repo away from the play, and went underneath with Bishop. That's a nice ball, but.
Service. Getting around an attempted tackler. First down. And he runs out of bounds.
Ollie Service.
Yeah, you got to stop that clock, manage it, make sure.
Yeah, just slide down there, try to stay in bounds. But, that'll come later in his career maybe. You just slide down there, you get the first down, and the clock stays ticking. So.
4:24 left to go. They may run this all out.
Yeah, well, I said that before.
That's true. That's true.
So, they're at this point, they're probably looking just to score again. So.
First and 10 at the 17, looking to add to their 19-point lead. They'll put Malith in motion.
He's fixing his glove as he's in motion.
That
kind of cracked me up.
Yeah.
He's in motion to probably run the ball there, and he's fixing his glove as he's motioning back to the backfield.
Another penalty on Trinity will back him up.
False start, I think.
Yeah, it looks that way. Trinity is I've been around a lot of teams and a lot of footballs at a lot of level. I've never really seen teams motion their receiver into a tailback and situation. Usually, you're not really fooling anybody right there, right? And I don't know what what you're gaining out of doing that instead of just lining them up at tailback. It must be something in their playbook that they use, and to see if it's man-to-man back there or anything like that. But I've never really encountered that while scouting other teams too much, besides Trinity, because they've been doing it for a while now. See? Right there.
Service rolling to his left, looking to throw. Service to the end zone. It is batted away, nearly intercepted by number 4, Braden Sanchez.
Well, we're getting a little breeze up here.
Yeah, wind kicking up.
Where'd that come from?
Clock stops at 4 minutes exactly here in the fourth quarter.
And that hot dog and hamburger smell is blowing. And I'm getting it right now.
Oh,
I'd have to walk out that way.
I walked by that grill and it smelled pretty good.
Second down, 10. 18-yard line.
Okay.
Well, after the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from the 17. Repo lined up one-on-one this time against Sanchez. Excuse me, that's not him. That is Tate Zabuza on the left side, number 24. It's now Repo who's the tailback. It's a run play to Detone, and he'll charge his way upfield.
Detone carried on the play.
Yeah, he's a bull. That's for sure.
A first down. Ooh, I actually don't.
I think
Did
he
they
got
give it to
yeah,
him?
Yeah, he got it. Yeah.
First and goal.
Yeah.
Yeah, he definitely picked that up.
So now it's just, okay, which senior do you want to get in the end zone? You know, that's
Connor Bishop hasn't scored yet.
That's where you're at here at this point.
And there he is.
First and goal at the 4.
You got stoppage for equipment.
Must be.
Yeah.
Stopping it at 3:31.
And he's giving him a new play clock.
Game clock is now going.
Yeah. So, yeah, it's been a good performance by Trinity. I mean, they kind of needed this win with everybody else winning. And, you know, their only loss is to Plymouth at this point. So you're looking almost at playoff standings already. It seems like the season just started.
Yeah.
Ollie left side, fires! Touchdown!
Boy, that was a laser. We got a flag, though.
The pass from services complete to Durapo
That was DeRepo again.
for a touchdown, but there's a flag on the play.
I mean, that was a laser. He zipped that in there. I thought he was going to go behind, you know, to the trail receiver, but
So much for another touchdown for Davey.
Holding on the last play.
He gets that one taken back.
We'll spot it back at the 14-yard line.
and this is the longest game-killing drive that I've ever seen. It's really not a game-killing drive, is it?
Not at all.
You would think that they're down by 7 the way they're trying to
14-yard line.
get in the end zone here.
Well, they still have all their timeouts.
If they use that, then I'm going to have to say something a little more.
Service. Complete. To Bishop, past the 10.
Pass is complete to Connor Bishop.
Yeah, wow. Well, it is senior day, so they're probably just playing this out and letting them play the entire game, right?
That could be why they haven't taken on that, yeah.
I'm not even talking about taking them out. I know they don't have a lot of subs. You know, talking about like getting in the tee and handing it off. You know.
True. Under center snap coming here for service. The tailback is Detone on 2nd and 8.
All sides.
Flag on the play.
That's going to be on St. Thomas.
This guy's got a lot of practice today.
I know it's been very weird at the end of the halves here. At the end of the first half, we had a 5-minute delay because of the 7 flags, and now we have this clock-saving drive.
Half the distance for the goal line.
Yeah, clock-killing drive. That's like we're down by 7, and we need to get in the end zone, and it's 32-13. So I guess this is one way to kill it off, and we are winding, so they're taking their time.
We have hit the 2-minute mark. Trinity looking to extend their 19-point, 32-13 lead. Storming now, there it is, 2nd and goal from the 4. From the left hash. In the motion is DeRepo. Can they get him in the end zone again? Detone has another touchdown!
Dom Detone carries the Trinity touchdown. Dom Detone.
The Pioneers find the end zone again and make it 38-13 with a Dom Detone touchdown.
Yeah, St. Thomas is just out of gas now. You know, they don't have a lot of subs, and Trinity doesn't have a lot either, obviously, because they're not playing them. But yeah, they're kind of they get gallant effort here, but Trinity's a little bit above them right now. But really impressed with Avery, though. Gotta say, I mean, I haven't seen a back like that too much this year.
Yeah, you don't see it like that much in
No.
general, where there's just one kid getting all the work.
Connor Bishop attempting the extra point.
Well, Bishop has scored himself for the extra points. Maybe he hasn't found the end zone, but points are to his name. He's looking for another one, and he's got it, and he'll kick that all the way into the parking lot.
Connor Bishop.
Yeah, he can really drill it.
He does.
Yeah.
That almost hit a truck.
Yeah.
A minute 39 for St. Thomas on offense. But the way this game's going, they might drag that out to 10 minutes.
I think Bishop could kick it out to Bridge Street at this point.
Right. Yeah, I mean, that can be a weapon later on. And I don't know how long the field goal was last night for Winnicott, but I don't think it was close. It was close. Okay, but I think they had gotten one earlier because I was just following it on Twitter. I wasn't watching it. But I think they had gotten one earlier as well. So, you know, kicking field goals in high school,
Yeah.
it can be a weapon, you know.
Minute 39.
Yeah, and you see when you can't do it, it's a detriment to your team because you're forced
Right.
into situations that you
Yeah.
don't want to be in.
Right, yeah, you could be, you know, fourth and 9, 4th and 10 inside, you know, and you have to go for it because you don't have that leg.
I think if you could sum this game up in one word, it would be Davy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, early on, he really dominated this game, and
Fielded back by Josh Kupka. Sliding down just shy of the 25-yard line. Minute and 32 seconds for the Saints.
yeah, and they're probably looking to just get that bus warmed up, and you know,
I don't know how warm they need it. It's pretty
yeah,
warm right now. But
yeah,
First down 10.
yeah, just
something's telling me that Coach Bray is going to have a lot of words after this game. So I don't know how quickly they're getting on that bus.
Yeah, I don't know. You know, sometimes when you go on the road and you're going against a top team, you know, there's not a lot to say after. You know, you kind of. It's not like they didn't have effort, right?
No, of course.
You know, their effort was there, and you know, especially number 7, right? I mean,
This is still a game you could classify as a hard-fought game. Neither team has given up.
right. They finally have a different guy in the
Bouncing to the left,
backfield.
this is Kupka on the carry,
Yeah, that's a little bit different of a run, huh?
who remains
He's
inbounds.
trying to string it out to the sideline on an off-tackle play where Avery squares up his shoulders and just takes that extra 2 yards by the lean. That's the difference in an old-school, hard-nosed tailback and a kid and an athlete. Right? The athletes always try to get to the edge and go for the sidelines.
Less than a minute left to go. Ball on the 28. It's a handoff to Kupka again. Short of the line. It's third down coming up.
Well, great effort by Trinity's guys on senior day.
Oh,
You
yeah.
know, good win because they got to keep pace here.
Third down 3.
We'll shout the seniors out. Davey DeRepo, Connor Bishop, Dom DeTone, Jackson Murphy, as well as Ollie Service, the quarterback. I don't know how I missed that. Andrew Evans, Alex Garand, JP Farron, Dylan Gartside, Genzel Mateo, and James Leonard, the 2026 graduating class for the Trinity Pioneers football team. But that will do it here from Derryfield Park. Your final score. Why is the clock stopping?
To move the chains, but I don't think they'll run another play.
They'll start the clock, and this will do it from Derryfield Park. A commanding senior day win for the Trinity Pioneers. We had a long one here. We'll forego the post-game wrap-up and do a quick one here. From Coach Tom Bezoin and Daryl Johnston, I'm Zach Johnson. It has been a terrific display of high school football on this field. We'll let you two give the last sort of wrap-up statements here. We'll start with Coach Tom Bezoin.
Yeah, I mean, great job all day by Trinity. Both sides of the ball, special teams, everything. I thought St. Thomas gave himself a good effort there. And, again, I'm going to be looking up that Avery kid and check out his stats,
Yeah, and I would say today is October 11th, and I think if you're Trinity High School, you can declare this Davey DeRepo Day.
Yeah.
He made this game the way it is, and he actually had a touchdown called back. So, I mean,
Right.
this is a huge day for him. Also, shout out to Dominic DeTone, couple touchdowns, absolutely grinding.
Yeah.
Big key for this team, and it's a pleasure to be up here and do this game with you guys. A lot of fun, and it was really fun for this Trinity team to get a big win against a good St. Thomas team. But, you know, this Trinity team is just on another level, and you can see that today.
Yeah.
Well, the Trinity Pioneers coming out and dominating on their senior day and cementing their case here in Division II. Well, for myself, Coach Tom Bezoin, and Daryl Johnston, it's been a pleasure to be with you here on Channel 16. One more time, I'm Zach Johnston signing out. Have a great rest of your long weekend.